Welcome back. As the world battles the highly contagious Delta variant of the COVID virus, there's a new wave of infections in Russia. The country just reporting its highest number of new daily cases since January. And for 5 days before that, it recorded record COVID fatalities every day. But so far, Moscow has ruled out a new lockdown. President Putin urging Russians skeptical of a vaccine to listen to the experts. The top infectious disease expert in the US, for example, Anthony Fauci, tells NBC that more than 99% of COVID deaths in the US in June were among unvaccinated people. Yet in Russia, vaccine hesitancy remains high. I want to bring in our Matthew Chance, who joins us now live from Moscow. And Matthew, the death toll and the case numbers in Moscow and around Russia continues to break records. But at this stage, certainly no plan for a lockdown.
No, they want to avoid that, particularly in the run-up to parliamentary elections in September. Lockdowns are deeply unpopular, and the ruling party probably don't want to go there in terms of, kind of angering the population even further. But you're right, the death toll has been creeping up slowly over the past several months. So has the rate of infections. It's partly linked with the spread, which has been rapid and widespread across the country, of the Delta variant of the COVID-19 virus. That's really ravaging many areas of the Russian population. Sputnik V, which is the main vaccine in the country, is said by the manufacturers of it, according to state media, to be less effective against the Delta variant than it is against other variants, so that's not helping. But the real problem is the complete lack of vaccinations in the country. People are very reluctant in Russia. It's got one of the highest rates of vaccine skepticism or hesitancy in the world. Something like 35% is a figure I've seen in one opinion poll. And people are just not very trusting of the vaccine. They think it was developed too quickly, on the one hand. There's also a lot of conspiracy theories in Russia, as there are around on the internet elsewhere in the world, but they've been sort of embraced by many people in the Russian population as well. And so that's led to this extraordinarily low rate of vaccination, somewhere in the region of 15%, and that's the best case estimate that I've heard coming from the Kremlin itself. Some of the estimates are a little bit even lower than that. The authorities have tried to take action. They've tried to encourage people, and they're stepping up these efforts to get vaccinated. Vladimir Putin, you mentioned there last week, saying to people, don't believe all the sort of conspiracy theories, and I'm paraphrasing him here, that you see on the internet. Listen to the scientists, go and get vaccinated. There's also been tough new rules put in place within the past 7 days in a bid to try and increase the rate of vaccination. People who work in public-facing jobs, in the transport sector, in the hospitality business, in restaurants and bars and things like that, they now have to be vaccinated by the middle of next week, or they could face dismissal. And so, on the one hand, the government say, look, we're not in favour of mandatory vaccination. On the other hand, they're making whole sectors of workers in the economy, they're basically saying you've got to do this or you'll lose your livelihood.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Matthew Chance for us in Moscow. Thanks so much for that update.